G'day guys, welcome back to the Daily D. I hope and pray you are having a fantastic day. Today I want to talk to you about choices. I believe that choices have consequences. All our choices have consequences, and even when we're not making a choice and we're just rolling with the punches, we're still making a choice and it still has consequences. Choices are huge. We all have a choice, and the greatest choice that we have in our life is to make a decision for Jesus, is to make a decision to follow Him and to make a decision as to whether we believe who He says He is. That's what God wants us to do. He wants us to make a decision. He doesn't want us to force us into anything. He doesn't want us to force us into anything because it just goes against His nature. God wants us to choose to follow Him. God wants us to choose to live a life that honors Him. God wants us to choose to live a life that lives within the boundaries that He set for us. God doesn't want to beat us. God does not want to beat us over the head with a stick. God wants us to live a life that is full of His blessing, that is full of and living in the promises that He has for us. God wants us to live a life that honors Him and live a life that brings glory to His name. But God wants us to live a life that makes a difference in the world. God wants us to live a life that encourages and builds and blesses other people. God wants us to live a life that shows His grace and His hope and His love to everyone that we come in contact with. God wants us to live a life that makes a difference in the life of our family. God wants us to live a life that speaks life, that just shares love. That is, just shares His love with everyone we come in contact with. He wants us to make choices to put Him first. He wants us to make choices that are going to be healthy for us. He wants us to make choices that help us grow. He wants us to make choices which build us up and build others up. God wants us to make healthy choices. Choices are important. Choices, there is a choice to everything. Even when we say we're not making a choice, there's a choice to it. We're still making a choice. If you're choosing not to believe God, then you're making a choice. If you say there is no God, you're making a choice. Every part of our life there is a choice. Every morning we choose to get up. Every morning we choose to breathe. Every morning we choose to make a difference, or we choose not to make a difference. Our attitude is everything. The way we behave, the way we act, the way we relate to people in society all comes back to a choice. Now I understand there are circumstances in our life that make those choices more difficult than others, but we always have a choice. I want to encourage you today to make your choices count. Make your choices count not only for you, but in how they relate and affect and impact other people. Because your choices today are going to set you up for where you want to be in tomorrow, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time. The choices you make today will not only impact your life, but can impact the lives of many, can impact the lives of thousands, can impact the lives of millions of people. You never know what your choice or the consequences of your choices are going to be, but you can have an idea of whether it's going to build you up or whether it's going to pull you down. Anyway guys, just a mellow one today. Be blessed, be encouraged, be inspired, make great choices. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow.